Hey guys, Brian Hilliard here, author of the best-selling book, Networking Like a Pro, and creator of the popular program, How to Get More Paid Speaking Gigs in Less Than 90 Days. Now, as you can see, I am chillaxing here. I'm actually getting ready for a presentation, if you can believe that. I got asked to speak at a conference down in Atlanta, which I'm really fired up about. And I wanted to bring up a point that can really help you get more referrals. Get more referrals as it relates to paid speaking gigs, because I don't know about you guys, but I think a lot of people that I talk to, I know I felt this way myself. I would be going out and I would be speaking, right? I'm doing all these speaking. I'm speaking for free, and that's fine. Maybe you're doing that as well. And the problem that I ran into was I was like, boy, you know what? This is great. But I want to be able to impact more folks. I want to be able to get on a bigger stage. I want to be able to do some things that's going to allow me to get paid what I'm worth as a speaker. But here was the problem I ran into, and maybe you're running into this as well, which is I had no idea where to start, right? Like, where do I get paid speaking gigs? Who are the groups that are hiring? What is it that I can do to get started? And for me, it was very overwhelming. And that's quite frankly why we put together our program on how to get more paid speaking gigs in less than 90 days. It's a step-by-step program where I walk people through the different modules that I have, obviously, based on my own 20 years of experience in terms of getting paid speaking and being able to be a coach and a consultant in that process. Now, with all of that said, that brings us up to one of my favorite, I think the easiest, probably easiest way that you can get more referrals for paid speaking gigs. And you ready for this? Being easy to work with, okay? Being easy to work with. And I found this out, I was telling you I'm going down to Atlanta, right? And I was talking with one of the folks down there, and they were saying, boy, one of the things, they didn't exactly say it this way, but I'm paraphrasing, okay? They're like, I said to her, I said, one of the things that I really try to pride myself on is being easy to work with. Like, I'm dependable, I'm gonna show up on time, there's not gonna be a lot of hooting and hollering, you're gonna be able to, get what you paid for, obviously, and I'm not gonna be a pain. And she was like, boy, that is really awesome, because speakers, and I'm gonna tell you, if you don't know this, speakers have a tendency of taking things so personally. Everything is this referendum on their ability to speak and who they are as a person, and it's hard to work with. You know what I mean? It's hard to work with. You've got people who you're already under the gun in terms of working with somebody different. There's a timeline, there's a conference usually involved, or whatever the case may be. You don't need to be contributing to that anxiety. So here's what you do. If you want to be able to get more referrals as a paid speaker, be easy to work with. A few things to be able to think about. Be on time. Probably be early, but definitely be on time. Do what you said you're going to do. Follow up and stay on top of things. These sound like basic things, but you'd be surprised. Here's something else that I do. This is now the second time in a row that I've done this. Be highly customizable with your presentation. Okay, now you hear that get tossed around. Oh, we do highly customizable workshops. But really sell it. Like, make sure that people understand. I'm actually doing one that's a blend of two of my workshops. She's like, listen, I want people to be able to get some, what'd you say? She said, I want people to be able to learn how to be able to get more business and do some networking and sales and stuff like that. But I don't want this just to be a sales training. It's actually was her and the owner. So it's a combination. I'm paraphrasing again. And I'm like, fine. So then, one of the things that I feel is the mindset of success. I feel that that's actually a preceding factor to any type of sales success. I think that's a preceding factor to a lot of skill set success. So I said, why don't we combine those two, talk about the mindset of success, talk about how to talk so your prospects will listen, put those two things together. She says, that sounds great. She says, I also find that it's really good when it's engaging and interactive. I said, fine, we can do that. I was actually thinking about that this morning. I was like, what we can do is I can turn it actually into a workshop. I'll just have it where we break out into some groups. We'll do some workshopping. It won't be just me keynoting and talking at them, but we'll workshop. She's like that, because it's a smaller group. It's like around 30 or 40 folks. She's like, that sounds, actually, I have not told her that yet, but that's what I'm going to do. But she liked the idea of it being interactive and engaging. Be easy to work with. I'm telling you, that will help you get more paid speaking gigs because the word gets out. You develop a reputation as somebody that other meeting planners and conference organizers want to work with. And let me tell you what, it gets you that second and third deal, because the first deal, paid speakers think, oh, well, just one deal and I got to find somebody else. Not necessarily. There's other, you might not get next year's conference, but you can get next year's training. You can get a conference, like if you're speaking at a state-run organization, like for example, I do a lot of stuff down in Florida, they have conferences in different parts of the state, so you can get to other parts in different geographic areas. There's all kinds of, I'm on my third one, I want to say, down in Florida right now. There's all kinds of good things that you can get. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that's something that you can see yourself doing. As a matter of fact, feel free to like, share, or comment below. Or if you want to talk to us about our program on how to get more paid speaking gigs in less than 90 days, if you're a speaker or you're out there speaking and you want to be able to get to a bigger stage and impact more folks and get paid what you're worth, absolutely, direct message me. We can talk a little bit about that. Or if you know of somebody who might fit the bill, I'd love to get a good introduction. But in the meantime, my name is Brian Hilliard, saying so long, take care, and thanks so much for your time.